everyone! Following up with your chord progressions, we are now diving into pages 88, 89, and 90, where we're going to introduce one more chord between your tonic and your dominant, between your 1 and your 5. The new chord is going to be the 4 chord. So in the key of C major, my tonic or my first is C, E, G. Going to the 4 is going to be F, A, C. Going to the dominant with the 7th, we're going to use B, F, and G. For you as beginning pianists and to make that as smooth as possible, we're going to use common tones. What does common tone mean? Common tone means that we're keeping the same notes in the same voices between measures. How does that look on the board? Have a look again here. You see that between tonic and 4, I'm going to use the same note, the C note, with the same finger number on my bass. When that changes down, the 5th is going to extend and then back to C for the dominant with the 7th. What happens with the other two voices? The other two voices are going to move as smoothly as we can to the next closest key. So in the voice of alto, the E is going to move up a half step to F, while the G is going to move up a whole step to A. How does that look on the piano? Tonic with fingers 5, 3, and 1, and then the third finger is going to move up a half step to F, while the first finger is going to extend up a whole step to A. One more time, tonic with 5, 3, 1 is going to move to 4 with 5, 2, 1, and then back again. Let's try that one more time. Try to close your eyes and move without looking at your hands or at the score. Now, if we go back to page 89 and we try to incorporate this 4 chord in the progression on 1, 4, 1, 5, 7, and 1, here how it should look and sound like. For those of you who want to try the right hand, we're going to do that separate. Find your C major, starting with middle C. Your 1 stays the same, while this time fingers 3 and 5 are going to move up to the next Y keys and then back again down. Fingers 1, 3, 5, and close again back to tonic. One more time, close your eyes. And then again, connecting the 4 chord to the progression of dominant with the 7th, we have all together. Adding 2 hands together, this is how it should sound like. Moving on with the circle of fifths, we're going to try exactly the same thing in the key of G major. You set up your position on G with fingers 5, 3, and 1. Again, your B is going to move up a half step, while the thumb is going to be extending up a whole step. So you have fingers 5, 3, 1, moving to fingers 5, 2, 1, and back to fingers 5, 3, 1. Connecting that in the chord progression with the dominant with 7th. Moving to F sharp. Doing the same with your right hand. Moving to F sharp with my thumb. And trying that hands together. Notice how much more move in I'm going to move in the F sharp and then out again in the Y key. Following with the key of D major, remember that you have F and C sharps. Get close to the black key so you don't have to transition too much far and out. Starting again with the left hand, I'm going to start with fingers 5, 3, and 1 on F sharp. The F sharp is going to go half step up on G, while A is going to move up a whole step to B. So I have fingers 5, 3, and 1, moving to fingers 5, 2, 1, and then back again. Remember to try that with closed eyes, always. Same thing for your right hand. Start with fingers 1, 3, and 5, and remember that the right hand is extending to fingers 1, 3, and 5 again. Moving into the keys for C sharp, and then hands together. Moving again with a circle of fifths, going to A major key. I want you to really try to feel your positions before you play. Find your keys, find your fingers on the keys, make sure you are confident with your finger numbers, then you press down the keys, especially as you move to keys with more sharps and flats. So in the key of A major, we have 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. I'm going to set up my position with fingers 5, 3, and 1. This time my C sharp is going to move to D, up a half step, while my E is going to move up to F sharp for a whole step. So I have fingers 5, 3, 1, moving to fingers 5, 2, 1, and back again. Notice again how much into the keyboard I go for the 4 chord. Connecting that with the dominant 7. Trying the same thing with the right hand. Remember we're having fingers 1, 3, and 5, moving to fingers 1, 3, and 5 again. And then we have hands together, going into the keyboard, and then out again. Into the keyboard, out again. Moving to the key of E major, we now have 4 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. We're going to start again with our left hand. Start up your position with 5, 3, 1, feeling your G sharp under your 3rd finger. And we're going to move from G sharp to A, just up a half step, and from B all the way into C sharp, up a whole step, exactly as we did before with A major. 5, 3, 1, going to 5, 2, 1, and then back again to 5, 3, 1. Try again this in-out motion with closed eyes. And now connect that with the dominant 7. D sharp, and back again. Same thing for your right hand. Remember that we have fingers 1, 3, and 5, moving up to fingers 1, 3, and 5, and back again to position, getting in for my D sharp, and back. Hands together, always setting up, always allowing myself to have enough space and time to move from position to position. Feel your keys before you play. And moving to our last key, the brownie, the F major, the only one that has a B flat. We're going to start with left hand again, fingers 5, 3, and 1, This time 3 is going to move just up a half step to B flat, while finger 1 is going to extend a whole step up to D. So we have fingers 5, 3, 1, moving to 5, 2, 1, and back again. Connecting that with dominant with 7. Same thing for your right hand. Remember, the third finger is going to move up a half step to B flat, and the fifth finger is going to move up a whole step to D. So we have fingers 1, 3, 5, going to 1, 3, 5 again, and back again. Connecting that with dominant and 7. And trying hands together. Great. And now that we have perfected the chord progressions with dominant, subdominant, and tonic, we're moving to another piece with the same chord progression.